I promised you guys a Edison stream, and we're gonna do that today. I'm really hyped, and I guess we'll start with a short introduction, just in case there's people in here who don't know what Edison is. We'll talk about it, because Edison is one of my favorite ways to play Yu-Gi-Oh right now. I play it a lot. Like I said, I've been ordering all this stuff here. All of this is Edison stuff that I ordered, and I think it's very, very fun. Because, I mean, I played back in the day. So what is Edison? Edison is a format from 2010. Early 2010, and it's called Edison format because there was only one big tournament at the time that was called Shonen Jump Championship, and it was held in Edison, and that's why it's called Edison. So basically you travel back in time. I played back then, so for me this is very nostalgic, and you just play some good old Edison format, some good old Yu-Gi-Oh, and I think it's very enjoyable. I'm gonna be honest, it's very, very cool how even at official tournaments now, right, at YCSs and such, they have public events in this format. At Euros, they had Edison public events, which is very, very nice. Like, I'm looking forward to joining some of these at some point. Like, if I ever not make day 2 at a tournament, I'm gonna be playing Edison. I like this a lot more than GOAT, because it's like, it's a little faster, but not too fast, if you know what I mean. Like, for me, it's great. I think it's such a fun format, and just so you guys know what we're doing today, I'm gonna give a huge shout out at this point to this website called edisonformat.com. They're a very good resource for everything Edison related. They have the ban list, the card pool, the rules. They have deck lists from back in the day. They also have current deck lists from people currently doing well in like Edison tournaments. They cover everything pretty much. So I'm gonna give a huge shout out to them because I use them as a resource whenever I'm like not sure when this or that card came out or how something worked. They also have a Discord server which hosts Edison tournaments every once in a while. So yeah, shout out to those. The card pool back in the day is everything up until April 2010. So this is all the stuff that's banned, but more importantly is the stuff that's limited. Very important. Like, all of these cards were very, very good back in the day. What is the most important stuff that's limited? 1 Gores, 1 Tragodia are like the cards you use in battle phase to not die. In terms of back row removal, we have 1 Cold Wave, 1 Heavy Storm, 1 Giant Trunade, and 1 MST. Before Edison, basically, the 2 years before Edison were dominated by Lightsworn, Gladiator beasts, and like zombie and dark armed dragon decks. And so Edison is the format where they finally killed all of these, like Destiny Hero and stuff. Or like, they didn't kill them, they are all still good, but they did a lot. Dark Armed is limited. Gladiator Beast Bestiari is limited, which is very important for Gladiator Beasts. We have only 1 Gale, only 1 Lumina. We have 1 Necrogardna, which is a big deal, especially for Lightsworn. We have like 1 Mizuki. Destiny Draw is at 1. Teleport is at 1 because of the dominance of Teledad. Most important traps to play around is like there's 1 Torrential and 1 Mirror Force. As the good old times, you know, always have to play around that 1 of. We have the 1 of Call of the Haunted, which is in a decent amount of decks. Well, some of them, not all. 1 Trap Dust Shoot. And then from the extra deck, they limited Black Rose, Bryanek, and Goyo to 1 because those were like really powerful. Semi-limit is also a couple interesting ones. Cyber Dragon is semi-limited just because it enables a lot of tribute summoning and also Chimera Tech Fortress Dragon against machine decks. He's very good in this format. We have 2 Militias, obviously. We have 2 Goblin Zombie, 2 Honest, and 2 JDs. We only have 2 Treeborn Frogs. We have 2 Lone Fires. We have 2 Royal Oppression, which is important. 2 Black Whirlwind to counter Blackwing a little bit. And 2 Dandelions. That's also important. Also, a lot of people play the 2 Bottoms. That's the most important stuff for the ban list. As far as decks go, we have historic deck lists here from SJC Edison, which, like I said, is the only real tournament that happened at the time. Jeff Jones won the tournament with Quick Draw Dandy. My favorite card from Edison is by far Raikou and Super Nimble Mega Hamster. That is my favorite 2 cards from Edison format by far. I love those cards. I used to play them in so many different decks back then. Now that we're talking about this old format of Yu-Gi-Oh, how many of you played in 2010? Give me a 1 in chat if you played this format back in the day. Give me a 2 if you haven't. I'm seeing a lot of 2s, but I'm also seeing some 1s, which makes me happy. That's cool. That's very cool. Okay. I played back in the day, which means for me this is extremely nostalgic. In this format, I think, is where I won my first tournament that wasn't a locals. I played Flamevel Cat back then at that tournament, which I don't think that was the best deck looking back at it, but I did win my first tournament. I love old formats in general. I don't know if Edison is my favorite out of all of them, simply because like the other ones I just don't get to play as much. Edison just has a very decent player base, so there's like a lot of people you'll find that you can actually play with. Anyways, there is a huge variety of decks in Edison format. There is Gladiator Beasts, quick draw decks, Light Sworns, Cat Synchro, which was one of my favorite decks back in the day. I played a lot of Cat Synchro. I love that deck. You can play Gadget / Machina stuff. You can play Stun. You can play like heroes. You can play zombies. You can play all kinds of stuff, which I have a very deep connection to a lot of these things. Like I played Gladiator Beasts and Light Sworns for years before that. I played Cat Synchro, like I said. I love plants, quick draw stuff. I just love all this stuff, dude. Oh, we also haven't covered the rule differences. The rules of Yu-Gi-Oh were different, which there's a whole page here about different rules, but most of them don't matter much. Most of them are not really important. There's only 2 or 3 that are really important. The first one is when you go first, you draw 6 cards instead of 5. That was changed 2014. The second that's kind of important is there used to be a rule that back in the day, there could only be 1 field spell on the board. So if I had a field spell and my opponent activated a field spell, if that resolved, it would destroy my field spell by game mechanic. It doesn't even count as like card effect. There can only be 1 field spell on the board. If you chain like MST to your opponent's field spell, your field spell stays though. And then there's a couple of other things that aren't super important, but the most important change is the effect priority. You probably are familiar with the term prio in Yu-Gi-Oh! A lot of people have probably said this before to you at some point. It is a ruling that, looking back, it makes no sense, in my opinion. Back in the day, it was normal, but it doesn't really make sense. The way it works is when you summon a monster in Edison or in any old format, prio refers to being able to use something on the summon of that monster before your opponent can do anything. As an example, when I summon a Judgment Dragon, when it's face up on the field, you can pay 1,000 life points and destroy all cards on the field except itself, right? It's not a quick effect, it's not a summon trigger effect, it's just an ignition effect, right? But when I special summon JD and you have a Torrential Tribute or a Bottomless Trap Hole, I can use my turn player priority to use my JD and blow up the field before you can respond with Bottomless. You can chain Bottomless and the JD will die, but you cannot prevent me from using the effect, right? Even though it's not a summon trigger. So that's how prio works. It's stupid. It doesn't make sense. It was normal back in the day. We just accept it, okay? It works like that. It works like that. That's the most important ruling differences in Edison. I'm gonna build something real quick. There is a very funny concept in Edison that plays only monsters, which I think is quite fun. It's the deck that I've been playing a lot lately. I think this is the one that I've been playing. So the idea of this deck is basically you take advantage of Witch and Gallus, which are quite strong, and then you play the Machinas, which are also quite good. Fortress is a pretty good card in Edison format because it's just big and very easy to summon. And it's also specifically good against stuff like Honest, because when it's destroyed by battle, you still get to pop a card, so you can safely like face check Light Sworn monsters and stuff with it. You can like double kill with a Stardust and pop a card. It's quite nice. We'll just play a bit and you'll see what I mean. Twitch Prime wants to play. Okay, sure. Let's get the Twitch Prime up in here. Is Edison XYZ era? No, it's before XYZs. Oh, that's a good hand. I like the Machina cards. They're really cute in Edison format. Literally free matchup. True! I'm down to play it slow and set the Raikou though, because if you don't set Raikou turn 1 in this deck, I feel like he becomes a little slow later on. Whereas Gear Frame is still a fast tempo play middle of the game. Raikou is like, you're not always able. Okay, we have another Gladiator deck. Cool. We popped the quest. And we mill 3. Bop, bop, bop. Nothing crazy is being milled. Okay, fine. Draw a Necrogardna. I'm down to Gear Frame. It seems like a monster heavy draw for the Glad Beast deck here, because normally they would have more back row, for sure. Unless they play Gores and like want to like juke me with like, I don't know, using a set card and then Gores. Can't really tag anything good if you hit back row. It's like, oh, if I hit the back row. If I hit the back row, I suppose if I mill something like a Fortress or a Treeborn, right, which I don't know at the time of targeting, they can just banish it with Richiari, and I would not like that very much. And also, if they just like set another back row, I have to deal with the Gladiator Beast somehow, right? It's like dangerous to leave Gladiator Beasts on the field every time. Like, you just want to run them out of monsters, because it's really hard to run them out of back row usually. I guess against a hand that went set 1 pass, I could have tried to get rid of back row, because yeah, but they might be holding more back row and just like setting, in case of Storm, they only set 1, right? So we can't really make the assumption that they don't have more back row in the deck. Ooh, the Hoplamus, okay. We have 7 cards in hand. I will do something here. I will just normal Valiant pass. Surely using a card I use in my 2022 Runic deck must be illegal. You mean Cyber Valley? True. Card is way ahead of its time. There's the Rechiari. But... Okay, they will War Chariot it. That's fine. I will be taking 700 then from the Hoplomys and 12 from the Rechiari. And they will get a quest and... Laquari, probably? A quest and Laquari seems reasonable. I play 3 quick draws, yeah, but I just don't draw them. I draw Dandy every time, but I never have quick draw. It's unfortunate. Yeah, a quest and Laquari, add back War Chariot. I wish I had Crow here. Crow would be nice to get that War Chariot out of here. Because once they have War Chariot, they have it every time. It's very annoying. Ooh. Speaking of the devil, probably a War Chariot worthy. Okay. We find Gallus. This is an interesting spot because, like, making Black Rose here will force the War Chariot. I can Fortress attack. That forces the last back row if there is anything. Yeah, I will force the Chariot. Gallus, see if they do anything. Big 800 damage. I will Black Rose Dragon. That gets charioted. And we special summon Fortress here. The Fortress will attack quest. It does go off. Okay, that's good. What is the back row then? Another War Chariot? Because it's not Prison. It's not Mirror Force. I think you would Mirror Force. You would definitely Prison. You would definitely Bottomless. You would definitely Book of Moon, I think. You would Shrink. You might not Waboku. It's probably War Chariot, which is pretty good if that hits my thingy. But I mean, I have to... It's way too juicy here to quick draw. It could be a Book of Moon that they chose not to use. Oh, it's a torrential. Okay, I mean, okay. I suppose it hits the Laquari too. That's very good though. That is very good for them. Okay. They don't often play torrential. That's why, like, oh, no Glad one time? No Glad? Nice. Ah, the Caius doesn't do that much. Unless they whiff on the Glad Beast here. The Caius is good then, but like... Ah, okay, good. Okay, nice. I mean, they can't War Chariot. They probably just like Fiendish Chain it or something. I will trigger this, target that. Probably a Fiendish Chain. Oh, okay. Ooh, Gallus is rubbing his hands. Please don't draw a Glad Beast. Okay. Chaos Sork. There's no way this Chaos Sork connects. There's no way. I don't think I want to commit to it. I don't think I want to summon this Chaos Sork. It's just going to get bottomless. I want to wait so I can summon it with priority to get rid of their next Glad Beast. Because they are out of a quest now, which is... Unless they run 3, which not many people do. Not many run 3. So they are done with recycling the War Chariot unless they go through the entire effort of summoning the quest back with Darius and then shuffling it into the deck for a fusion. Which is not very easy. Am I setting any of these? I kind of want them in case I draw another quick draw. I kind of need cards in hand. I'll just pass. Ooh, the Jar of Greed. Okay. I've seen this before. I actually think it's kind of neat in Glad Beast. It might seem bad because it's so slow. Oh, they still don't have one. It might seem bad because it's so slow, but the reason why I think it's fine is because Glad Beasts have a big problem with Heavy Storm. So if you like set 2 cards, it might look like a juicy Heavy Storm to your opponent, but if you then chain Jar of Greed, it's actually quite fine, right? You can force out the Heavy Storm by committing into like 2 or 3 back row with Jar of Greed, and then it's fine. It also is like very good if they target it with a Caius. You just chain it. Yeah, that hits my Treeborn. That's fine. Banish. Oh. Another War Chariot? No. Okay, they're not drawing. Wait, actually, this has to be an attack. There's no more torrential. My issue with committing for the quick draw here is it's probably just getting bottomless or something. The Drill Warrior, that is. And I would be giving them a free attack target by putting the tokens onto the board. I'm just gonna leave it at that. I'm just gonna leave this here. We're on 7100. We are in no rush. I don't want to commit into something that gives them free card advantage and only trades with any back row, really. Like, if I make Drill Warrior, it gets bottomless. I've lost 2 of my cards in hand. This is the problem of Monster Mash, by the way. Monster Mash is vulnerable to stuff like Glad Beasts because they can set without fear, basically. Because I don't run heavy. I banished Crow and Gores last time? Really? I might be blind. Okay, so this changes some stuff. Now, if I go quick draw Dandy, and they bottomless my Drill Warrior, I can at least Cyber Valley, banish Token and Valley to draw 2. I can refill a little bit. This might be better now. The Chaos Stork attacking, I don't know if that's good still, because it can still just get deprisoned, but I have to force these back rows out anyways at some point. I'm gonna do it. Yeah, that was obvious. But like the deck probably has 3 deprison. I don't have Heavy Storm. I have no way of like doing anything about it. Books the quick draw. Okay, I will Cyber Valley. If they have a Glad Beast, another one, we are, I mean, it's like, it's not that bad. They don't have, the tag out is not going to be broken, because Richiari is gone, even though they have nothing. I mean, they might want to banish Fortress. They don't have a quest anymore. There's no way they run 3 quests. What's the main reason for no spell traps? It is this card right here, which needs to hit a monster when you reveal it. And this card also, it draws you a card, but if it's not a monster, it destroys itself. So you have some, you know, they can just tag out into Murmillo, pop my token. Yugioh Defender. I don't think Yugioh Defender is legal. They're just not running out of back row. It's annoying. Glads just don't run out of back row. I can set Treeborn since Richiari is banished. That's fine. In Edison, are not that many Giga broken spell traps? No, there's like Brain Control and Pot of Avarice. But like Pot of Avarice is at 3, so it's kind of not that big of a deal. Okay, they're afraid of Raiko. They could have drawn Chariot, which makes me afraid to go Caius. They also left this in attack position, which is a little, I mean, I guess it's a little stronger. I'll pass. I have like high life points. I want to get some more gas. Cold Wave is like only good against back row decks though. Like Cold Wave is fine if you play like Crow, Fader, Gore's Trag, stuff like that. It's like Cold Wave is fine, but I believe in Edison you need cards like Storm and Cold Wave and Trunate. Otherwise, just like Stun is too strong. Stun is too strong. Oppression is annoying, but believe it or not, in this format, Floodgates aren't that big of a deal because every deck can play Raiko. Like, if my opponent Oppressions, I can just go set Raiko, pass, and it's fine. Yugioh Guardian is at 1. I'm gonna build something else after this game. Something else that's cool. Okay, we can Proving Ground. Okay, they can Proving Ground for Bestiary and make Gizarus to pop this in case it's a Raiko. It's a powerful play. This would also set up Heraklinos. But since they don't have Richiari anymore, but like, it also recycles a quest. I can't. X-Saber is not that good yet. You can play it, but it doesn't have Dark Soul yet. Oh, Chariot. Sure. What's gonna happen now is they're gonna summon Laquari and Darius. The Darius is gonna target a quest with the goal of shuffling all 3 into the deck to make Heraklinos, which would recycle their quest into the deck, so they can later on recycle Chariots again. Yeah, they know. Okay. So we're gonna Crow that. And the reason I Fadered is because I wanted to see if they had War Chariot. Otherwise, they would War Chariot my Crow, and that could be a disaster. Reborn. I'm gonna tribute the Treeborn for Caius. Trigger Caius. I'm gonna get rid of the Darius, because Darius is just a one-off. We're getting bottomless. Fine. Man, I just want more cards to summon Fortress back. Am I going to do 3 Machina Force in this deck? 2100 from Laquari. But now, unless they run 2 Darius, which literally not many people do. Yeah, they're not even tagging out. Ooh, the Force. I don't know if I want to attack with the Fortress even. It's just gonna get deprisoned. The problem is, I have to. There you go.
Joshua Schmidt. 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 Joshua Schmidt.
We drew another Force, which honestly is actually not bad. I mean, that's just like, I'm just ramming into this back row. I'm just hoping for no prison, no bottomless at this point, no Mirror Force. Like, if they have to Fiendish Chain it, I'd be happy with that. Oh, stop! Glad Beast, the monkey flip of this format. Oh, my Monster Mash deck. Do we go Fortress again, or do we try Cyber Eltanin? Do we go Cyber Eltanin? We could save the Cyber Eltanin to pop the board. 2 Chariots are gone. We can wait until they commit a second Glad Beast. I think we wait. The thing is, we deck out before them, which is unfortunate. Ooh, a Raiko. The Raiko is so bad. We only have 10 cards left in the deck. How are we gonna win? is my question, fellas. I'm not using Treeborn on purpose the entire time, by the way, because I don't want to give them a free attack target to tag out into whatever they want. We're gonna deck out, I think. We can't beat all this back row. Black Rose is in the graveyard already. Yeah. I'll see if they have another War Chariot. I mean, if this is the last Glad in hand and stuff, maybe it's fine. They are gonna save it with Compulse. We still have the mill. Gallus. This was Gallus number 1, 2. We have another Gallus. That could be like a random game shot. There is no more Mirror Force. How many Eltanines left? 1 Eltanine in the grave. 1 Eltanine is still in the deck. Torrential and Mirror Force are gone. I'm pitching. Fortress. Oh, this resolved. We have a win condition. Gallus into Eltanine is our win condition. We have acquired one. We have acquired a win condition. Surely it's gonna happen. I didn't miscount Galluses, right? 1, 2... Yeah, we have one more Gallus. We have one more Gallus, one more Eltanine. They drew Murmillo. Yep. 600. So they have a Laquari in hand. They can't Richiari anything. They're walling up. No! No, the win condition. Oh no. I guess I'll just bring this back. I'll bring this back. Main phase 1 to defense pass. Oh. Do we have like a level 8? No, right? We don't play level 8s. We have Gores. Gores would be the most. He would be at 50. If we hit Gores and then lose because of like, oh my god, I'll be so pissed. Upstart. Do we have another Caius? 1 Caius is in the grave. 1 is banished. We do not have another Caius. You do need another Laquari in deck to do this. Because they tag out 1 at a time. Otherwise you can't go, you know, Hoplomous into Laquari and Laquari into Hoplomous. I'm pretty sure. It's been a while. Otherwise you can't do that. I don't run Exodius. That'd be funny. Oh, then we can't tag out at all. Okay, that's interesting. Super Nimble Mega Hamster. 2 Raikos in the grave, 1 banished. That does not have a target. Well, stand by. I'm gonna bring back Treeborn. If I summon Eltanine, it's just gonna get Fiendish Chained, isn't it? The Hoplomus is relatively weak, so I could try to attack it and force something. They ran Fiendish... Oh wait, no, this is not the Fiendish Chain person. This was last game. I'm just running it. 1, 2, effect. Ooh, it resolved! There's no more Mirror Force. Okay. It is time. The super nimble Mega Hamster enters the fray. Let's go. Oh! We beat... Oh my god. Yo! That was a grind. Don't forget to check if you have a free sub with Twitch Prime. That was an intense game, but we grinded it out. That was fun. Alright, I'm ready. Let's go. Let's play Keegan. It's a good hand. We're going second though. We'll see what Keegan brings to the table. A set monster, my favorite opener in Edison. I think the safest way to go about this is just Gear Frame. Because Gear Frame is fine against Raiko, because it's still like a +1. Gear Frame is also fine into Sangan. Gear Frame is the worst into Nimble Mega Hamster, but it is what it is. A Dandelion. Probably a quick draw deck then. Or it might not be. We at least have the Crow for the Dandy if there's like the Debris shenanigans happening. Even though we're not even that scared of the debris here. I'll Crow it. I'll Crow it. I just want to get the Dandy out of here. Because now they can still make... Okay. They could have also still made Iron Chain Dragon, but Iron Chain Dragon is also just not as powerful, but it also mainly, it doesn't really... It mills me 3 cards, so it can like it can hit my own fortress, yada yada, right? So Keegan plays everything. Yeah, I watch his videos sometimes in the last couple weeks. Whenever I get him recommended sometimes because I watch some Edison stuff, and then sometimes I'll just check him out. I know. So we're going with 3 tokens here. We're making Ancient Fairy. Okay, interesting. I could go aggressive with the Gear Frame here. I kind of want to take the time to set Raiko or a Hamster though. It's a lot of damage from a potential Caius though, tributing the token. I don't like that. I think that play is too slow this time around. This could be worth negating, because I don't have another machine. That could be troublesome, but okay. It resolves, grabbing us another fortress. Judgmenting the fortress. If only I had an Altanin. Oh my god, if I had Altanin or Force in hand, my god, he would get cooked. But okay. I do not. We would have cooked him so hard. Terraforming. What are we doing? Oh, the Ancient Fairy actually has synergy. Oh. Oh. Does this not miss timing? Okay. Oh, we're not adding. That's why it doesn't. Okay, interesting. Are we playing around Gores or not, Mr. Keegan? This play makes me feel a little bit better about my Hamster and Raikou in hand, because it makes it less likely they run Caius. They might still run it. Ooh, this is a good quick draw. Get rid of that. They summon Trag. As long as they don't have a level 6 to take, we should be fine. They need a monster with 900 attack in its game. Okay, think probably means we live. Otherwise, I mean, we don't have anything that they don't know about. So, like, there's nothing to think about if you have game. The top deck Kuras to take the Chaos Sorcerer really makes this closer than it should be. What effect made you banish Drill? Its own effect. You can discard a card, banish it. Ooh, we're Kurazing. 1. Okay. Gear frame. Yo, we take it. Okay. Alright, let's go again. Pro seems decent against the deck. It's not like great. Ooh, okay. Ooh. Ooh. For once, we are on the giving end of the nuts. Attack with the hamster. Trag. We are going to Caius the Trag. But this one is gonna get rid of Eltanin. Oh, 2 terraform. Oh, that's good. For some reason, I'm not used to seeing multiple terraformings anymore. It's been a while. Black Garden. Black Garden is interesting. Mizuki too? Oh, we're probably running Zombie World as one of the field spells. It's field spell control. I see. Token gone. Kai is gone. And I'll kill one of those. Half its attack, then the controller of that monster special summons 1 rose token to their opponent's field and attack. What do I want? Do I want Witch of the Black Forest? Not really. This one is a special summon. It's not Wind Up Rabbit. It's not the same. I could take Raikou. Or I could just take Dandelion. I'll take Raikou. Do I risk attacking the token with Drill Warrior? Half its attack. Only its attack. I'll risk it. Banish Eltanin and Gores. Banish that. Let that pass. But they can revive something with 800. Doesn't do much. It's very hard to beat Chaos Sorcerer under Black Garden, because it's just like 2k defense. Everything you summon gets halved. I'm not going to use Gores. They're not going to attack me directly here, I think. I don't think it's very likely. And Crow is a good disruption, I think. I'm probably down to just take Dandy. I need a discard for the Drill Warrior. Interesting game state. The Drill Warrior is good, but my Drill Warrior and Dandy stuff gives him tokens every turn. So it's not that... I'm not printing cards, basically, because he gets tokens. Can the tokens be tributed? You can target one monster, destroy it. Yeah, they can be tributed for something. Interesting. Drill Warrior special summons itself. Is stream still here? Okay. Honestly, I think I'll do this again once more. It's looking good, I think. I don't know how much the deck does once you actually get rid of the dragons, right? It looks like very focused on Gear Town to do the damage. And like, I feel like one of the backup plans is Mizuki with Zombie World to bring back the dragon, but we have banished the Mizuki as well. So I don't know how much power the deck actually has left. I'm just gonna remove the Black Garden now with the Raikou, and I think I feel good about that. It has some Kuraz lines, right? Yeah, it does have some Kuraz lines. Yeah. The token is level 2. Interesting. The Black Garden is really good here, I think. Without the Black Garden, I feel like we would have gotten him way earlier. Like, we would have gotten him way lower as well. The Black Garden is, like, annoying. Foolish. Sure. Oh, if they summon twice, I don't get my Drill Warrior. If they can summon... Oh, that's good. That is good. Oh, but I have Crow. I think it is time to take back the Quick Draw. Where's the Quick Draw? Oh, there. I don't really want to Quick Draw into back row. I'm gonna take Caius. That's good. Okay. Well, and because we took Caius, we don't have a play. I'm annoyed by this Black Garden, dude. I'm really annoyed by this Black Garden. You cannot torrential Drill Warrior because Drill Warrior is you summon it and then you add it back so that it misses timing. Yo, I'm getting juked on. What the hell? I can go Fortress, attack over Kuraz, and Caius the thing. Yeah, I'm dead. Alright. That was unfortunate. The Wing Blast kind of knocked us out. I mean, I'm not dead, right? I can set this, but I know I'll draw a Fortress and then I'm dead the turn after. The Black Garden just got me, and the Torrential. Without the Torrential, I think we cannot lose, but okay. That was cool. That was fun. We're wrapping up the stream now. I really enjoyed this. I hope you did too. Judging from the numbers, I think you guys enjoyed it too. I really like this. I think we might do this. I think we might do this again. I really like this format when we have situations like this where everyone is waiting for a ban list and like I don't want to watch another Tearlament deck profile or Sprite deck profile, you know? I really enjoy this. I think it teaches you a lot of good lessons about Yu-Gi-Oh! About like thinking a couple steps ahead. I think Edison is beautiful. Hope you guys enjoyed this little throwback. Other than that, you know, peace out. Have a great rest of your day. See you all tomorrow. Bye bye.